Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Bima Saktiawan. I will present our paper with title The Impact of the Russia-Ukraine War on Green Energy Financing in Europe. Introduction: Russia is a natural gas supplier, energy supplier, and the world's oil producer after the United States. Russia will provide 13% oil and 70% natural gas globally in 2020. At the same time, 40% of European gas need to be supplied by Russia. One-third of the demand for natural gas supplied by Russia in Europe is used for power generation, industrial production, and heating in winter. In addition, more than 25% of European Union crude oil import are also from Russia, making the European Union heavily dependent on Russia fossil fuel. Russia is not only the world's exporter of natural gas and oil, but is a significant exporter of this commodity to Europe. From the situation, Europe countries must short-term and long-term solution to remove depend on fossil energy from Russia based on IEL 10-point plan. A short-term measure aimed by suspending the recipient of any new gas purchase contract with Russia and maximum gas supply from other sources. In addition, energy efficiency in household and industry must be suppressed as much as possible. Secondary data over several periods obtained from various sources, such Eurostat and World Bank and European Commission are also green maps. Then we try to build the impact between the Russia-Ukraine war and the green investment in Europe. As an indication, according to data from Eurostat, almost all of the European Union member states expect two countries experience an increase in the use of renewable energy between 2019 and 2020. Renewable energy consumption increased from 90.88% in 2019 to 22.9% in 2020 in the corresponding energy consumption. This is supported by using sustainable energy in power generation from renewable energy sources, which increased from 34.1% to 37.5% in 2020. Countries in Europe are very dependent on Russian natural gas supply because of their enormous consumption. Europe total energy needs of 40% use of gas, 32% oil, 80% biofuel, and 11% solid fossil fuel. As an illustration, almost a third of the energy in European countries is still dependent on Russian fossil fuel supply. This is reflected in the value of energy import from Russia as it is a leading supplier. It is still high in figure 2. Looking at the data from the World Bank, Eurostat, and the European Commission report on statista.com, it can be seen where the value of the energy import of European countries moved from Russia from 2006 to 2021. In the 2017, the value of import of European Union energy product from Russia is 85 billion euro. This value then increased to 101.2 billion euro in 2019, and briefly dropped to 88 billion euro in 2019. Even in 2021 alone, the total value of European energy import to Russia will reach $147.8 billion. The European Union is committed to providing financial and technical support by the Green and Deal through the Just Transition Mechanism, with more than 150 billion euro budget for mass place and sector affected by the campaign, but social and economical 2021-2027. The European Council has set an overall limit target of 30% relative to the total spending from MFF 2021 to 2027 and the next generation European Union. In particular, the European Union agreed to increase the budget for the use of renewable energy to escape Russian dependence on fossil energy. The use of alternative energy and the acceleration of the transition to new and renewable energy EPT could increase from the original target of 40% to 45% by 2030, realizing the European Union goal will require an additional investment of 210 billion euro to 300 billion euro between 2022 and 2027. This amount is an investment for the independence and security of the European Union, while the energy weapon by the Russian side in the face of the emergency event. The investment need to build a new energy system is totally environmentally friendly that does not depend on Russia as a European natural gas supplier. 293 billion euro is needed from 2022 to 2030, or around 266 billion euro at the end of 2027. This analysis shows to optimize the potential for environmentally friendly energy to reduce dependence on natural gas about 122 BCM. Conclusion: with Russian military operation in Ukraine, European countries have become more aware of realizing their dependence on energy import from Russia. Although embargo sanctions in other economic sectors have been applied, it is still not optimal if they adopt energy from there. The value of European energy import from Russia at 100 billion euro annually, and a considerable number is one of country GDP income sector. On the other hand, the use of alternative energy in Europe continues to increase yearly. In 2020 alone, the use of alternative energy has reached to 22.9%. However, this amount is not enough to cover the fossil energy needs of Russia. The war and the embargo on Russia forced European countries to increase the target for using renewable energy from 40% to 45% in 2030. The increase in this target also made the required budget increase. It takes at least 210 billion euro to 300 billion euro for this plan to be realized. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.